Hello beautiful people and welcome back to my channel. Today I want to share with you this look which is perfect for a date night, and it's a soft bronzy cut crease which will go very well with any outfit that you would choose. Just make sure you hit the subscribe button, like, share to this video, and if you guys want to see how I achieved this look, make sure you keep on watching. Alright guys, so as you can see I already have one eye done, just because I want to explain you properly all the technique on the other eye. And I've also applied the Pixie 40 eye under eye patches just to keep my under eyes area moisturized while doing my eyeshadow. For the eyeshadow primer, I'm gonna mix Urban Decay Original Primer with my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer just because I need a little bit more color for my eyelids. The shade is light medium sand, of course. And I'm applying it on my eyelids, especially on the inner corner of my eye just because I have a little bit dark circle going on, and also under my eyebrow a little bit to shape it. And for the eyeshadow, I'm going to be using this old palette from MAC. It's called Warm Neutral, and the Benefit Cheek Leaders palette just because I want to use this beautiful shimmery highlighter. As usual, I'm first checking if there's any crease or any lines before applying any eyeshadow. And I'm starting off with Cookie, which is a highlighter from this palette. And I'm applying it into the inner corner of my eye and of course under the eyebrow. Since these eyeshadows don't really have names, I can't really tell you which shade I'm using, unfortunately, but I'm gonna be showing you. I'm gonna start off with this warm color, which I'm gonna apply it into the crease. And since we are doing a soft cut crease, I'm not gonna apply it on the eyelid. I'm just gonna focus on the crease and I'm gonna create my shape. So I'm gently pulling it upwards. And also I'm adding the same color a little bit towards the inner corner of my eyes. As you can see, I already have the shape. And now I'm gently blending it towards the brow bone. And since we already put the highlighter in there, it's not gonna go too much upwards. So this technique, it's actually helping you to avoid going with your dark eyeshadow too much under the eyebrow, so you can avoid panda eyes. Keep living in love. Alright, now I'm gonna use this dark brown shade with a pencil brush, and I'm gonna add more definition to the crease and more intensity. So I'm following the guiding shape that I created and slightly blending it. Now I'm applying the same transition shade and blending everything together so I can soften up a little bit of the dark eyeshadow. I'm now gonna cut the crease using the same concealer that we used previously, which is the Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Light Medium Sand. I'm trying as much as possible to make the cut crease precise enough. It's not easy, but we can do it. Next, I'm going with this beautiful coppery shade and I'm pressing it on my eyelid. But I'm not going too much upwards because I don't want to cancel the line that I created. I still want to keep it quite precise. And I'm gently pulling it upwards, but I don't want to add the same amount of eyeshadow on the outer corners because I don't want to make it too heavy. I'm going to continue with a dark brown eyeshadow, and I'll be creating a soft smudged eyeliner. I'm firstly going to apply it under my lower lash line, only halfway through, and then I'm connecting it to the upper lash line. And I'm drawing my guideline to be able to achieve a perfect smudged winged eyeliner. Now I'm connecting it to the upper lash line, and I'm going towards the inner corner, but not too much because I still want to keep it halfway. And I'm now smudging it out with a pencil brush. Using the same transition color, I'm now gonna blend it on my lower lash line with the dark brown and bringing it a little bit towards the inner corners, just to create a little bit of definition. And I'm applying the same coppery eyeshadow into the inner corner of my lower lash line. I'm now again adding the highlighter named Cookie into the inner corner of my eye, just to get a little bit more of a pop, just to intensify it a little bit. On my waterline, I'm gonna apply the Urban Decay waterline pencil. It's called Walk of Shame, just to give to the look a little bit more freshness. Now it's time to clean the under eyes area a little bit and to sharpen up the eyeshadow even more. So I'm gonna use some micellar water with a cotton pad, and I'm gently cleaning the excess of eyeshadow. But especially on the eyeliner area, I just want to sharpen it up more. Now it's nice and clean, and I'm gonna curl my lashes a little bit. And I'm now using my favorite mascara from Too Faced, Damn Girl. It really became my favorite mascara lately, and I can't really switch it with another one for now. Okay, time for some falsies. I'm just gonna put only half lashes on the outer corners, just because I want to give a little bit of a lifting to my eyes, and I'm not really a fan of super big lashes because I don't want to cover the makeup that I did. I just want to emphasize it. Especially when you're doing a cut crease, it's better to not cover it up with your lashes. So try to avoid applying huge, thick, long lashes because it's going to cover all the work that you've done. And then I'm reapplying a little bit of a dark eyeshadow on top, because normally when you put lashes, it kind of takes from the size of your eyeliner, so you sometimes need to reapply a little bit on top to make it blended. For the face, I'm gonna start with the Volcasmic by Glam Glow. It's actually a matte glow moisturizer, and it also works amazingly as a primer too. It smells so yummy. I'm applying Benefit Professional Primer a little bit on the pores to kind of minimize them a little bit. For foundation, I'm gonna apply Naked Skin by Urban Decay. It's a very nice foundation. It's giving you a really nice settle effect. Mine is in the shade 30CP. I'm gonna apply it using my damp beauty blender. To conceal my under eyes, of course, my beloved Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Light Medium Sand. And I'm dabbing it using my beauty blender as well. I'm gonna fix my under eyes and the rest of my face using the RCMA loose powder. Of course, double checking if I have any crease as usual. I don't want a super matte effect, that's why I'm just dusting it on top of my skin gently. I'm gonna slightly bronze my face using the same Benefit Cheek Leaders palette. A little bit on the sides of my forehead as well. And the sides of my nose. And under. And I'm continuing with MAC blusher in the shade Melba. It's a very beautiful peachy rosy color, which pretty much matches with everything. I like to take my beauty blender and I'm just tapping. So this way it will look more blended and it will take out the excess of the product. So I wouldn't look like a clown. All right. For the highlighter, I'm gonna use MAC Hyper Real Glow highlighter in the shade, I'm not really sure, but it's the golden palette. And I'm gonna snatch my face with this baby. Bam! A little bit here, just to give myself a healthy glow. For the lips, I'm gonna use NYX Cosmetics in the shade Nude Beige, and I'm gonna contour my lips a little bit. And I'm gonna smudge it a little bit with my finger, just because I don't really want to have a precise contour, and this way my lips will look plumpier. Next, I'm gonna go with Marc Jacobs lipstick in the shade Slow Burn. It's actually a mini, but it's so cute. And I'm gonna apply it into the center of my lips. And then dab it towards the outer corners. Alright, now I'm gonna fix everything in place using the Makeup Forever Mist and Fix spray. And this is the final look, you guys. I hope you like it and I hope you found it useful. And if you have any suggestion of tutorial, please let me know in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching and see you in my next tutorial.